Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I'll be talking about potential trade-up options for the New York Jets. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the podcast and NFL Draft live stream Q&A and preview tonight at 7 p.m. on the channel. Don't miss it. So this week, Joe Douglas spoke to the media and he said this: we start making the calls or receiving the calls to other teams, start greasing the skids. Maybe there's interest in moving up or moving back. So there's the groundwork that goes into these trades before the draft even happens. And of course, a lot of people were thinking, okay, could the Jets trade up from 23? And while I don't think it's likely that the Jets would trade up, I do want to give you a couple of different scenarios because it's probably important that the Jets land a good offensive lineman in this draft. So I'll give you three guys who I might look to trade up for and Joe Douglas might look to trade up for, and that's Alijah Vera-Tucker, Rashawn Slater, and Tevin Jenkins. All three of those guys project to be very, very good at the next level. And while I think that Joe Douglas really likes his draft picks and has shown that he has liked to move back and gather even more picks, that if there is a big time offensive lineman like that falling, so to speak, or to a spot where he feels comfortable moving up, maybe he pulls the trigger for a guy like one of those three. So according to Draft Tech, the Jets' 23rd pick holds a value of 760 points. So just keep that in mind. And I'll go over the point system as we try to complete the trade and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you three possible places where Joe Douglas could try to trade up to get one of those offensive linemen. We'll start with the Minnesota Vikings at 14. The 14th overall pick holds a value of 1,100. So what I think the Jets could do in order to get that pick would be 23, which is 760, as we said, 66, which is 260, and 107, which is 80. So that is the Jets' 23rd pick, their first pick in the third round, and their fourth round pick to move up in order to grab pick number 14. If the Jets would do that, they would have pick 2, 14, 34, 86, 146, 154, 186, and 226. So yes, they are moving up, but they would still have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 draft picks. That's still a lot of picks for a team in the NFL draft on top of moving up. The next place I'm looking is Arizona, a couple picks later at pick 16, so not nearly as costly. So I would say 23 and 66 for 16 should be able to get it done. 16 holds a value of 1,000, so the Jets would actually be giving a touch more, a tail more than 1,000. It'd be 1,020, which isn't a huge deal. But that would mean the Jets would have pick 2, 16, 34, 86, 107, 154, 186, and 226. So that's pretty damn impressive. I would absolutely sign up for something like that, just because, well, it makes a ton of sense. Like, why wouldn't it be? Did I miss pick 146? I might have. Yeah, I did. I missed pick 146. So include that in there as well. 9 picks, not 8 picks, 9 picks. So the Jets would have a lot. Like, that's awesome. I'm all on board for that. And I think that would make a ton of sense for the Jets to do something like that. Again, if one of those three guys is sitting there, sure, move up that, 7 spots? Yeah, 7 spots. I'm not good at math. 7 spots in order to make sure you get one of them. I would do it. The last place I'm looking is a little bit higher, and that is pick 12 with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, that is pretty costly to get up there, 1,200. So what I wanted to do, because you realize I'm probably going to have to give up pick 34 to get that high, is I also want something in return back for not just pick 12. So it's 2 picks for 2 picks, and that is pick 23 and 34 for pick 12 and pick 70, which is their third round pick. So the Jets are losing 34, which stinks, but they are moving up 11 spots to get up to number 12. And that would mean the Jets would have 2, 12, 66, 70, 86, 107, 146, 154, 186, and 226. So they would have a ton of picks in that draft class if they're able to do that, which is 10, because it's an even swap on the amount of picks. Yeah, you're losing pick 34, and I know some might think, well, why would the Eagles want to trade back? Well, 1, the Joe Douglas connection, it feels like always something could happen there. And 2, that would, while they're losing pick 23, they're essentially gaining another high-end pick in 34. So they would have, 3 picks in the top 50? It's impressive, and they might go for it. That one's probably a little bit on the less likely side, just because I think Philadelphia wants whatever receiver is there, whether it's Devonta Smith or Jalen Waddle. But if you can convince them to move back, I would really like the value on that. Again, I know that giving up 34 isn't ideal, but having 2, 12, and then 3 picks in the 3rd round, a 4th rounder, 2 5ths, and 2 6ths. I can live with that. I could live without having a 2nd round pick if it means that I have 3 thirds, and you could package maybe some of those later picks to get up into the 2nd round again. Like, Joe Douglas has all this ammunition and can move around the board pretty much at will, which makes it super exciting for this upcoming week and for the NFL draft. And like I said, one of those 3 guys, if Slater somehow falls to 12, phenomenal. If Elijah Vera-Tucker, that might be a little bit early for Tevin Jenkins, but I would move up that high to get Elijah Vera-Tucker if it means that you're moving in front of Minnesota, who seems like they could probably take him, or Arizona at 16, who could probably take him. Because that is a plug and play left guard, and you don't worry about left tackle or left guard for a decade. That'd be huge for the New York Jets. So Zach Wilson and Elijah Vera-Tucker, even if you have to give up a little bit more to get up there, man, that would be super exciting. And then getting an additional 3rd in it, sure, you lose pick 34, but I'd be willing to do it. Let me know what you guys think about the potential of Joe Douglas trading up. I wouldn't put it on super high, but I do think there are a couple scenarios in which he would trade up, as I just laid out. So let me know. We're on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Give an applause if you like the video, and I'll talk to you next time.